This is Naja Amatula for anybody who doesn't know, or if you don't know me, so you don't know how to say my name. And this is the Truly Beautiful and Inspired Teacher video vlog, if you say that word, video podcast, because that sounds sexier. And I just came on today to do some updating because I haven't done that in a really long time, and to talk about being a teacher because that's all I do. For anybody who hasn't watched before, let me know, by the way, if you can't hear me for whatever reason. I'm not being overly loud, but I'm not sure if I need to be. For anybody who hasn't watched before, I have been doing this for 7 years, and I think that means that there are a few things that I know, but I also know that I don't know everything there is to know, and I would never try to present myself as a person who does know everything that there is to know. So let's just get into this. Number one, I started an Amazon wish list for things that I need for my classroom, and you guys are the clutchiest because you have provided so many things on there that I needed. So that's amazing. After this, I am going to update it with lots and lots of books and a bookshelf, because independent reading matters, and I do not have enough books in my room to effectively facilitate independent reading. We do have a library and we will use the library, but I also just want to have one in my classroom so that students don't have to leave the room to get books all the time, you know, so sometimes they can just get them by staying. And so that is a goal. I'll post all the details of that later. I feel like it's really important. I feel like it's really important to have that available, and me not having that available is just an element of me slacking. Nobody's perfect. So there's that part. I did not start my poetry club yet. I will admit that of the 3 that I've started, none of them have ever started in the fall. They always start in the spring, so time's not up. The fall always just feels like you're trying to get your feet underneath you, and as much as I would have liked to say, like, year 7, my feet are under me, they weren't. They're not. And so we will try again this semester. Hey Brandon, and yeah, we'll try again. What else? Saw some good test growth. I don't usually like harp on tests too much because as a person with an English degree, I don't even feel like that's always an accurate measure of whether or not kids are understanding the language arts, but it's a thing that somebody somewhere cares about because they talk about it all the time. So yeah, I did see some good growth, and so that makes me happy. It makes me happy for the kids. I am trying my darndest. I've done all this week's lesson plans, not obviously, because a lot of the time I'm not done till midnight on Sunday, so we're 8 hours ahead of the game. It's great. But I am done with this week, and I'm halfway done with next week, and I've prepped the 3rd week, MLK Day week. And so trying to get ahead of the game, trying to plan more. My last evaluation, my administrator said, plan more for your students and expect more from your students. So thank you for that feedback. And I actually don't hate that at all. I was like, that's probably good advice. So that's what I'm trying to do. We'll see how it goes. Planning is actually a strong suit of mine. Executing those plans when other chaos is happening is not a strong suit of mine. And so Here's to doing better the second time around. Hey, Liz. Or never mind. So there's that. What else? Last semester, I taught a workshop for the Ralph Ellison Foundation, and so that was amazing. Last summer, I wrote a study guide for a book for Penny Candy Books and got paid for that, so that was amazing. I got paid for the RE workshop too, but I felt like that one was more of a given. I wrote something for a museum at the end of last year, and that check is coming. So those are all good things. I was on the phone yesterday with a friend who was hyping me up and I felt like I did not deserve it at all. But she was talking about how I need to not let myself get discouraged, like that my work matters, that the things that I'm doing, even though I don't feel like they're on par with the things I was doing before, they still are important and they still matter, and they're still relevant, and they're still making some kind of a difference. And so that was an encouragement to hear. And she had to like tell it to me 3 or 4 times because I was like, no, I'm not doing anything. I'm just floating. And she was like, no, you're not. You're doing more than that. And so to anybody else who's out there like, I'm not ready. I don't want to go back. I don't want to do this. I feel you. We'll be okay. You're doing a great job. And we're going to dig into it. Second semester, here we come. We will be okay. So yeah, that's what I'm telling myself. So that's what I'm telling you, because we're all in it together. My friend added me to a book club on a Facebook book club. Black Girls Read Books Too. And who knew that my reason for not keeping up with the book club that I started was because I didn't want to be in charge? Who knew that I didn't want to be in charge? That's crazy. I thought I always wanted to be in charge. But this book club is giving me life. Like, their posts are everything. I'm in there all the time. So I guess that was the catch, is don't try to be in charge of everything. So I'm gonna invite everybody in the Black and Lit book club to, well, I guess there's guys in there too, so darn. I don't know. Is there a Black Men Read Too book club? Because there needs to be, so that they have somewhere to go talk about books. Yeah, so there's the book club thing. Speaking of books, a popular middle school book right now is Kwame Alexander's The Crossover. And last summer, or sometime, I don't know if it was summer or if it was spring, it's probably more like spring, I tried to read it, and by read I mean listen to it on audio, and I was just like bored. I was like, I wanted to like it because it's poems written about basketball. What's not to like? I love basketball. Everybody loves basketball. But I was not into it. And all summer long, people are like, the crossover. And I'm like, I didn't like it. But I never finished it. So after talking with that same friend last night, I was reminded of the crossover and thinking about books that we already have at our school. And the crossover is one of those. And so I was like, okay. Let me check it back out from the library. Let me try to read it again, because, you know, resources matter. So it's like, since we already own this book, let me try it again. So I did. And it is actually really good. I think one of two things was happening. Either I just wasn't paying attention, but I don't really think that that's what it was. I really think that what it was, spoiler alert. So if you haven't read it and you want to, fast forward a little bit. I think that what it actually was is that the dad dies and my mom had just died. So I probably like, my spirit was probably like, nope, you don't need that trigger. You don't need that trigger. And it just like closed me off from the book until I was far enough away from it for it to be okay. So that sounds more logical to me. I also am reading The Outsiders because I'm going to see if I want that to be part of what I'm doing. And what was the third one? Oh, and The Giver is definitely something that I want to be part of what I'm doing. So, you know, in terms of book wish lists, I might ask you guys for all of that. I might be able to get some of them from school. Like I said, we already have the crossover. We might have The Outsiders. I think we do, or we have some. And we might have The Giver. I don't remember, but I think I might need The Giver graphic novel. So don't worry, I'll put all of that out there. I'll make links. Thank you guys so much for your support already. And I am going to try to get all of my stuff together so that I can go into second semester like ready to do really amazing things. It's been a break that was way too short, but I have had lots and lots of good conversations with friends, my best friend Jessica, with a assistant principal friend, with this other teacher poet friend, with a poet friend from another space. And so that's what we're doing. I think I have a show on Saturday night, so I'll let you know. I'll post the link if that's happening, and keep your eyes peeled for my upcoming writing project. I can't reveal it just yet, although if you're paying close attention, you might already have an idea of what it is. And keep your eyes peeled for what's going on with the Tri-City Collective. If you're in Tulsa, you need to be paying attention to everything that they're doing because it's all good stuff. It's stuff that I would be working overtime to be at if I lived there. And so yeah, that's my squad, and it's not my squad, it's a squad that I'm on. And they're amazing and good things are happening. We have one more year until the Tulsa Race Riot Centennial, and so the Tulsa Race Pogrom Centennial. And yeah, let's be educated about that. Watch that episode of Watchmen. I'll try and link that too if I remember. Read a book, read Dreamland Burning, read anything by Hannibal Johnson. Let's get ready, people. Let's get ready. It's an important moment in American history and African American history. Let's not let this pass us by. We have a year and 4 months to prepare for it. So let's get on that. And I'm talking to myself too. Here's to reading all the books and writing all the things and getting organized. So thank you so much for watching. I'm glad that I finally got this done. I've been trying to do this for all of break. Yeah, I super appreciate you. Like, share, comment, and we'll talk soon. Bye.